A Most Wanted Man. Watch this? I'm trying to remember what movie this is. Oh yeah. That's where he plays that German. I think Philip Seymour Hoffman did great just because he didn't do a stereotypical German accent. You could tell he based it off of a German that he met before. The inner politics you have to do with things, all that with terrorists and how they're trying to prevent what happened. And because everybody thinks about what we're doing here in America, or maybe sometimes England, but we never think about what the other countries are doing and how they're trying to stop this for the whole international stuff. So yeah, I'd say definitely check this movie out. Arkansas. I saw the movie Arkansas about Arkansas that wasn't filmed in Arkansas. They filmed it in Alabama because Arkansas has terrible film tax laws, so they filmed it somewhere else. I don't know why Arkansas doesn't do that, but whatever. At least Billy Bob Thornton filmed it there, Arkansas native. Apparently this little short guy that was like on Greek in The Office, I never watched those shows or anything that he's in. Duke Clark, he's from Arkansas, I did not know that. I guess because he moved out as a child actor a long time ago. But he wanted to make a movie about Arkansas, and it's about the Dixie Mafia, and many of us people who have grown up in the South and Arkansas know about this Dixie Mafia. Not the most organized or legit mafia, but they do their thing, hauling the drugs out. They do about as much as they can to get the shit done. But it was interesting watching the movie. I thought it was a good movie. I would watch it again. And the accents weren't terrible. Yeah, I liked it. I think Duke Clark did a great job writing, directing, and also acting in this movie. So I would say definitely check that out. Missing 411. This is another one of those movies I watch because I like to see what I can use to help with making a horror movie from real life. But some of this stuff gets kind of ridiculous. Like at a certain point, they just pretty much will the existence of the Predator. And this, you know, talking about the movie Predator, like apparently like that thing exists in real life down here. So again, using the stats of missing people and stuff like that to you know, go with the narrative of what they're talking about. So whatever, I'd say definitely check it out. You know, it's fun to watch. The Squid and the Whale. What's the name of the director? Noah Baumbach. Yeah, he makes very like narrative fiction. Like you know, it's like it's based off his real life, but he changes it and does whatever he has to make a narrative 3x structure movie out of it. It was okay, but I mean, he does well what he does. He does well what he does. You know, you've seen Marriage Story and all that, but I don't know, there's just something I don't like. Bill and Ted Face the Music. Oh my God, was this a disappointment? You were disappointed in a Bill and Ted movie? What'd you expect? I love Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was one of the best movies ever. Those scenes with death, come on. The part where they're in hell and the devil's like, choose your destiny. And you're like, choose your own. You those ill-placed times of having to say the word were like the most unexpected comedic moments of all time. Plus the actual purposed comedic moments make Bill and Ted amazing movies. This one was bad, not just because of that. It just wasn't funny at all. There's just so many dumb, like that robot thing didn't make any sense. I don't know why that was supposed to be funny because he just kept saying his real name. All the like alternate Bill and Teds were just, it was like Disney Channel kind of humor. Seabiscuit. This was the amazing movie Seabiscuit. I thought it was okay, but it was definitely overhyped. Speaking of being overhyped, I saw Being John Malkovich. It was an okay movie, interesting, creative, but that's okay. It's not that amazing. Casino Royale. All right, now we're moving into the Daniel Craig James Bond. This was so good by the same guy who made GoldenEye. This guy should make every James Bond movie. He knows what he's doing. Came out of the gate swinging. It's like every time they make a new actor for a James Bond movie, it's like that's their best James Bond movie. So just keep putting new actors as James Bond and always have that same director make the James Bond movies. You're golden. No pun intended with GoldenEye. Then I saw Quantum of Solace. I saw that once in theaters, so it was interesting to finally see this again. I love that French actor. He does so great in everything he does. And I know he was one of the more forgettable Bond villains, especially after Le Chiffre, who was very interesting. Mads Mikkelsen. He had that it factor the first time you saw him. Like, okay, this guy's gonna be big. But this French actor, I think his was a little bit more understated and subtle. But you know, watching this movie again, I really liked a lot of stuff going on. I liked a lot of the settings. So I think this is kind of an underrated Bond film. I really like Quantum of Solace actually. House of a Thousand Corpses. I've never seen this movie all the way through. I'm finally just seeing this movie and watching all the parts of it. And it was actually way weaker when I watched it all the way through. When I would just walk into my brother watching it and then see that like whole Dr. Satan thing, I was like, man, this movie looks scary as fuck. This movie looks amazing. But now it's just like when I see it all the way through, it's like, oh yeah, it's just so much like filler. I like the Dr. Satan sequence. If you could just make the whole movie about that whole creepy underground thing, I would watch that. I would eat that up. That's kind of what I want to make a movie about. Like seeing that, like I kind of want to do that with a movie. That's what people have said about my script. They said it's got kind of that House of a Thousand Corpses third act feel to it. I was like, yeah, perfect. That's what I'm going for. I'm just trying to avoid the torture porn part. Wait, we're doing movie reviews. I keep getting distracted.